Hello everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I promise to keep it short, but I'm just so excited because I think needing to draw on our screen so that kids could see it was the fundamental problem I couldn't quite figure out because switching back and forth between Nearpod and Zoom is just such a huge problem. So now you can do it all in Nearpod. This is a student drawing page. You can tell because there's a little pen in the corner, which means my students right now, I'm my own student. I've opened it in another tab, could be doing work that would show up for me, right? And let's imagine that my friend doesn't know how to do it. Here I am, the teacher, I'm seeing this and I don't like it. So I go to my next slide, which is a drawing slide. And now I have forced the student to also go to that same next slide. And they're going to be able to watch me draw. So here I have embedded a Google Draw. I can do whatever I want to do, and that is going to show up for my students. So I'm sending you emails with new all-in-one Nearpods. So let's use one of those. I'm going to copy it into my library, and now I'm going to add some new slides. So I'm going to go to edit. You're going to see it's all set up now. The whole thing is put together. And then there are these slides with the bright red. Those are the slides you need to change. And then there's the regular draw slides that we had before. So it's all put together. And then there's the transition slide to get you all started. So from the video. So video, get started, and then you can flow through your whole lesson going straight from watch me do it to you do it. All right, so how do we do it? The first thing we're gonna need is the link for problem 1 and the link for a blank draw. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna copy this into your own Google library. So now I've made a copy, and now that I have it in my Google Drive, I can share it, and I'm going to share it with anyone to edit. That's really important. Now I've got this link. When I go to Nearpod, I'm going to do add slide, web content, and now I'm just going to paste that in here. So here it is. I just drag it right up to where that slide was from before and get rid of this. I don't need that anymore. I just inserted problem 1. I'm feeling good about life. Now I'm going to insert a blank draw. I'm going to have that so that if anything comes up, I can, in the later slides, I can just go to this. You can just make your own blank Google Draw, or you can go over here and use the one I made for you. Just like before, you copy that into your library so that you're the owner of it. Now it's just a blank canvas. The reason this is good and the reason you want one of these in your deck is so that later on, if somebody's having a problem with something else in the later Nearpods, you can go back to it and take care of it and show them whatever it is that you want to show them. They could write on here. You could take a screenshot of a student's work, two different students' work, and put them and do side by side. Like, the possibilities are endless, and you can do it right in Nearpod without needing to leave that, and kids don't need to leave that either. So once again, share it so that anyone can edit. So now when you go to Nearpod, you're going to add another slide with web content, and you're going to paste that in. I'm going to drag that to this red one and get rid of this. So now my PowerPoint has now 2 slides that I'm going to be able to write on. So I'm going to save and exit, and now I can do my live participation. Here's the link for being a kid. So now kids are seeing what I see, right? I'm showing them the pizza so the kid can see the pizza. Oh, there's my pretend student now. Then I'm like, okay kids, lesson starting. Today we will determine if equations are true or false. They are seeing exactly what I'm showing them, just as if I was sharing my screen, but now we're not going to have a transition in the middle, right? Here, it's time to celebrate. Let me celebrate. Time for a turn and talk. I put them in breakout rooms, and by the way, it's really easy for me. I don't need to stop sharing my screen because I'm not sharing my screen. We're all just doing Nearpod. Oh, it's time for me. So now you've got your slide. You can go ahead and show them how to do it and be talking to them. So then I have a blank screen. Anyway, I'm not using this blank slide right now. It's just there because now it's time for student practice, right? And if I'm seeing all my students, let's say I see Lisa do something funny, I can go back and say, hey everybody, I'm gonna stop you. Look at my blank screen for a second. Watch me do 2 plus 2 plus 1. Don't be sad if draw doesn't want to let you draw something. Sometimes it gets finicky about like certain lines. Great. Let's go back to that problem and try it again, everybody. So I think this is going to allow you to do some of that reteaching you want to do. It still is going to be whole group, but at least you can have everybody stop and do something similar to like looking at the board, which you would have done if they were all in class with you.